Hey guys, welcome back to Tea Time with Honey. We've got Chris.
Hey.
And Omar.
Yes, yes.
That was a weird silence, guys. Come on, we do this all the time with the fucking podcast. Like,
there's no
you guys
silence.
didn't hear me? I said yes.
We were
super late.
We are so exhausted, though. We separate rooms, separate lives, separate places, and we're all tired.
Oh God.
Separate lives, like Phil Collins.
So, go ahead.
So yeah. All right. So to start off, we're gonna do a little shout out to the music for this week. Let me find.
Yes, I actually received that musical track. I got it all queued up, so we're gonna start, or already did start. We're in the middle of it. Happened
all right,
already.
So his name's Anis the Rapper, and y'all should go follow him on Instagram and TikTok and all that good shit. Oh shit! Hang on, I just dropped my water bottle.
Don't do that.
His name's Anis the Rapper, and he's got a debut single that just came out yesterday on Tuesday the 14th.
Okay.
And we're going to put the link in the bio of this episode.
All right. Don't forget to send that to me, because I don't have that.
Yes, I will. Yes. I will do that.
If you give me the link on
shit going on.
His screen names for both.
Yeah, it's Anis the Rapper.
It's just, I mean, for both it's the same thing. Just Anis the Rapper. Yeah.
He's got some fucking good music, man. I dig it. It's got a vibe.
Yeah,
I haven't had time to hear it, but that little video made me curious to see what he's got. And he sounds pretty talented.
He's talented. He's got potential.
So just what we're gonna do is we're gonna play it just before we go to break. So we're gonna play the quick snippet just before our sponsors today, and that way people will be able to hear the little rap that he did for you.
Yeah. All right, this week we're going to talk about some more COVID-19 bullshit.
And there's plenty.
I'm so sick of it. We're all sick of it, but that's just the only thing that's happening right now. So that's what we're going to talk about.
I'd rather be sick of it than sick of it.
There's really not much else happening.
Right? We take what we can get.
There's really not much else happening.
I'm sick of hearing the news. I'm just not sick of the virus.
Keyboard. Water spilled on my keyboard, and I really hope it didn't just fuck it up.
Oh,
keyboard
for your Surface?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I mean, I took it off the fucking Surface before anything started glitching, doing things, but whatever. I'm gonna grab a paper towel and dry that off.
Yeah,
but anywho,
stick it in a thing of rice.
I'm still here.
Does that actually work?
It does for phones.
Okay. I was curious. I've never actually tried it.
The rice absorbs the moisture.
I've never submerged my phone to the point that I've had to stick it in a thing of rice. So
I've dropped my phone in toilets, in cups of fucking alcohol, in bathtubs, in anything that is a liquid. Basically, I've dropped my phone in it.
Hopefully, you're dunking that in hand sanitizer too. I mean, dunking it in a toilet.
Yeah. I mean, after that, I usually just get a new phone.
I accidentally flushed my wedding ring down the toilet once.
Oh my God, Chris, that is not okay. That's so much worse than my phone. That's so much worse.
I had to explain it to my wife because what happened was I had lost some weight and the ring didn't fit right, and we were like a couple of weeks away from getting it sized. And when I went to flush the toilet, I snagged the ring on the toilet flusher, and it caught, and I dropped it into the toilet.
Wow.
We are getting a lot of noise from something. What is that?
That's not me.
There's some people in your background over there, Mr. Omar? Yeah? He's just. Nobody can see you nod. I watched you nod. Nobody can see you nod.
He just casually shrugs like fucking.
Oh, okay, I see. I guess there's some people over Mr. Omar's house that are talking in the background. That's what's going on.
Loudly.
So he occasionally puts himself on mute, and all we can see is him nodding. Now, right?
There we go.
So we'll do that.
That's better.
So all the extra people talking, it's Omar's family. So it's tough to find quiet space to do these things.
Yeah, well, take what we can get.
Especially with the having to stay in and whatnot.
Right?
Exactly.
I saw you mouthing those words, but I'm like, I wonder if Omar knows that he's not actually talking to us. Right, Matt? Yes.
I forgot.
Yep.
I knew you were doing the thing.
All right, so let's get to our first subject of the day.
All right, so the first subject we're going to talk about is how cruise ship passengers are still stuck on their ships to this day with nowhere to go. Like, they're fucking... Some of the passengers are calling it a ghost ship.
Well, I mean, because they're stuck. They're
pretty
all
much
stuck
what it
in
is.
their rooms.
Yeah, they go on a Carnival cruise for like a week and they get stuck there for almost a month.
And there's certain countries are not allowing the passengers back into the country. And
Argentina.
A lot of countries aren't actually allowing these ships to dock. So they're stuck at sea.
Yep. And like, you gotta wonder, like, are they sending out like little boats with food for these people? Like, how much food do they have on these ships, and how long is it gonna last? Because like,
I gotta imagine.
I don't think they have. I mean, I can imagine it'll last like maybe a month or two, but how long till that food starts going bad, and people start getting sick from that?
I think you're gonna hear something other than "this is a ghost ship" if they're not sending supplies out. Like, hey, they're trying to fucking kill us.
So they're not sending them anything?
There are mass graves in fucking New York. Like, these are just numbered fucking coffins.
No. I'm talking about the ship. They're not sending them anything at all?
No, I think...
No, I'm wondering if they are.
I think they're sending them supplies, because otherwise we'd be hearing about different stories coming off of these ships. They're still allowed, they're still allowed to talk to their families and make calls out.
We know that Holland America sent out a second cruise ship to, like, help take the weight off some of the staff on the first one.
Right.
They sent out the Rotterdam to pick up 1,200 passengers from the Zandam.
I know they were saying...
I'm probably saying all of that wrong.
I know that they were saying... Go ahead.
It's okay. You didn't say it wrong, though. The question to ask, though. When did this cruise ship left the port? And why would they do this in the middle of all this?
They've been stuck quarantined since March 22nd. That's almost a month ago.
Yeah. Well, this was already, like, a hot topic. It wasn't, like, brand new stuff that nobody knew about.
Yeah. And
so I will say the company is to blame as well as the people in the cruise.
Well, there's
March 22nd they left in a cruise ship.
This article was last updated on Monday.
You got to imagine that it's not just the companies that are at fault either. It's also an issue of a lot of the governments didn't have those restrictions in place in time to really, kind of mitigate a lot of the damage that was being done by the COVID. So you had to deal with people still going off on airplane flights, still people going out on cruise ships. There's people going out in public, gathering in public spaces in large masses. And at that point, we didn't have all those restrictions in place saying, hey, look, stay home. You're killing each other.
Yeah.
So now we have 3,600 people on cruise ships around the world, or at least the Carnival lines anyway, and they're stuck there because
This is crazy.
One ship had an outbreak of about 250 passengers and crew, and 4 people died.
And that made it. I mean, I that. Oh no, what was I gonna say? I just fucking tripped over my tongue and lost my train of thought.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hearing a lot of your munchkin in the
there's a whole
background there,
bunch of
Mr.
sad
Omar.
shit, and people are depressed, and they're lonely, and they're stuck, and they've got literal, actual cabin fever.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, it's not like we're trapped in. Like,
I do have cabin fever, and it sucks.
But I mean, if you have the option of seeing your family when you want to. These people are stuck at sea in small cabins. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, no, fucking, like, I don't know how I'd be able to, especially with just, like, imagine only packing for, like, a week or 2, and you get stuck there with the same clothes for a month, and how many washing machines do they have on this fucking ship?
Fuck that, I'm washing my clothes in the tub.
I'm pretty sure they, right? Like, they're not prepared for shit like this.
Are they also prepared to have fresh water on board for people to be able to shower or use the bathroom for months?
Now think of this. Wouldn't they have lost way less money if they would have stopped operations when they were supposed to? Because by the 22nd of March, it was pretty a known thing that people were being asked to just stay away and stay home.
Right?
Yeah, but they were already out at sea by then, I'm pretty sure. I think that's just when the quarantine started.
I mean, I think these quarantines started happening when they were already at sea. And that's why they're stuck. Nowhere to go. I mean, I understand the idea of trying to kind of, I don't know, plug the leak, so to speak. You know, you don't want to bring in people that could potentially have the COVID. You're around a bunch of people that were already diagnosed with the COVID. I understand leaving them there, but go ahead.
Argentina didn't authorize their return because the government can only process a limited number of people a day returning from COVID-19 hotspots, like the United States. We are a hotspot. There's no denying it. We are not fucking prepared. As much as Trump's like, oh, we're doing so fucking good. The China virus.
That's why they're calling for...
Oh my god. I hate this fucking government so much.
That's why they're calling for Fauci's release right now, because he basically went and said, you know, hey, if we had had these things in place at the time, and we were already prepared for it, we could have saved many more lives. You know, like when he disbanded most of the CDC and the preventative measures that we had around the world, basically, to help with these pandemic issues that we knew we were going to have, that we had been warned we were going to have. You know, basically Fauci was saying, hey, if we had these in place, we could have saved many lives if they were there months back.
Yeah. But I guess according to the passengers on the Rotterdam, they're comfortable, they're getting everything they need. They just don't have basic freedom.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Stocked. Well, at least they're keeping them stocked anyway.
I mean, there's that. I know for a fact that Carnival cruises are not boring.
Well, I imagine the Carnival cruises are boring for them, because from what I understand of the folks...
I mean, after that long, yeah, but...
Well, from what I understand of the folks that are on these ships, they're not allowed to use the anemones. They are literally confined to their cabins. Because other passengers were sick.
I'd lose my fucking mind, like... Oh my god, that's the worst. Imagine, like, you go with family members that you hate.
Right? I mean, imagine being stuck at sea.
Being stuck in a tiny-ass little fucking cabin, like, oh my god.
And then being
told,
oh my god. By the way, not only can you not go home, but you see this room? You're not allowed to fucking leave. That one room, right there. That's it. That's all you've got. I've at least got the opportunity to go risk my life grocery shopping. They don't have that. But I mean, I couldn't imagine myself in that place. I would go fucking nuts.
No. Absolutely not.
I would go batshit crazy. Pray for Somalian pirates.
I can see people right now thinking all kinds of crazy things, suicidal thoughts and what have you, from being stuck for so long like that.
I don't think suicidal thoughts, but dependent upon the strong relationships with these people on the cruise ships, maybe homicidal thoughts.
That too.
Mildly homicidal, you know. Hey, we went on this cruise to try to rekindle the relationship, and yeah, well, Martha got tossed overboard about 0900 2 days ago.
He didn't make it.
I was toying with the idea of setting out a life preserver, but one less person to feed.
All right, so we're gonna go on break.
All right,
and listen to some music, talk about sponsors, all that good shit.
Yes.
And then come back. We're gonna talk about misleading, fucking clickbait headlines.
Misleading
and the damage they cause.
And all the
how pissed I
disinfectants.
am.
Misleading articles and other disinfectants.
And we're going to talk about how to make your own hand sanitizer at home.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of.
We'll be back.
Where's mine?
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Up in the sky, so keep it real, yeah. You said I was free to leave, knew I was gonna stay. I'm a honeybee kind, always in the front view, never looking behind. Always in the present moment, never have to rewind. Always chilling while we sit back and recline like a honeybee kind. Yeah, I said honeybee kind. Yeah, cause I came back when you told me to go away, and you said I was free to leave, but you knew I was gonna stay. You had me burning for your love. Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for listening and sticking around, checking out that music and good shit. All right, so we're going to talk about very misleading clickbait headlines right now, and this shit pissed me off so fucking much. Okay, so, like, Chris sent this article into the chat for, like, things to talk about for Tea Time with Honey, and, like, the beginning of the article is very misleading, because it cuts off at the worst point. Like, okay, so the article's like, looking for Lysol spray and Clorox wipes, COVID-19 wiped out disinfectant, but here's ... And you think it's going to be like, but here's some helpful tips, or like, here's where you can go just in case you don't think of it. No, it's here's when you can buy it again. And basically the article is like, I don't know, maybe summertime? Haha, fuck you, pay me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
It's such bullshit. Like, that pissed me off so much.
And we were caught way off guard, too. I mean, we were not putting out as much as we should have in regards to sanitary supplies, because let's be honest. We all think we're fucking immortal. We think that, hey, you know, nothing's going to hurt us and nothing's going to attack us, and even though we've been warned about pandemics for fucking years that we were going to have this issue, the idea of sanitizing 90% of the shit in your life, it really never crosses our minds.
Obama made a fucking playbook on how to handle pandemics after the whole Ebola and E. coli and all the fucking swine flu and all that
SARS.
shit. SARS.
Yep. He had
the pandemics from his mistakes. Like, he learned from his mistakes and he wrote it down and fucking figured that shit out, and Trump threw it away and got rid of the entire fucking pandemic response team.
And you can't really...
That shit drives me to save money. Get the fuck out of here.
No, it wasn't to save money. It was just another thing that he did to try to dismantle Obama's legacy despite him. Because his supporters are exceptionally spiteful. Ooh, and we get a little bit of a shout out from Omar's Munchkins again. They're adorable.
He's talking about saving money, but he spends $10,000 in charity money on a portrait of himself.
You better believe that when he leaves office, the gentleman is going to be very wealthy again, and it's not going to be on anything but the backs of the taxpayers' money.
Of course. right now he's trying to push a fucking supposed cure for COVID-19, and it's got zero scientific evidence behind it saying that it's any kind of, like, it has any kind of beneficial factors in treatment to the virus. Like, in fact, like, there are several psychological side effects to the medicine that he's trying to push on the rest of the country, and it's only because he's got fucking money in that company.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, you remember when the gas prices first started skyrocketing? When, I don't know if you actually remember that. This was before Obama. This was when Bush was president. When Bush Jr.
I was still, like, in middle school.
And everybody found it real fucking interesting that a gentleman who owns oil fields, he owned oil fields, he was an oil man, was responsible for prices being jacked up on gas. So, I mean, a lot of Republican presidents in general do things specifically and gear things specifically towards ventures that are going to line their pockets, because that's what their constituents expect. They want their pockets lined, and they expect you to line your pockets as well. Yeah.
Like, I hate capitalism, but, like, I still want to indulge in it because I'm a spoiled brat.
Take your finger off that mute button, Mr. Omar. I saw you trying to talk. Tell us what you have to say.
No, I was saying exactly that. They want to line their pockets, and they want all of us to help them.
Right. Well, I mean, I think we had something that you posted a little bit earlier about Trump as well, and I commented on it, I believe, didn't I? Basically, the billionaires wanting us all to get back to work because they need us to be making them money.
Yeah.
And if they don't care if it kills us, to be honest, because it's not about us. They don't have to mingle with us.
They don't need us to be making that money.
Well,
they need us to be making them their money.
They have the money to keep themselves isolated while we continue to work for them in spite of the fact that it would kill us. Because it's not going to affect them at all.
Because we're disposable.
They don't care.
Well, that's exactly what we are. And, let me ask you a question. You're working, right?
I'm working from home.
Right. And you're working, Mr. Omar, correct? Yes?
That is correct.
Okay. And I'm working as well. So what does that make us? As far as the government's concerned?
Essential workers.
Right. That makes us essential workers, which means, doesn't that mean we have the power here? Technically? We don't wield it. We don't even try to wield it, but we do have the power here. Because we are technically...
I mean, if everyone stopped working, if everyone just stayed home and didn't fucking work, the companies would crash.
Correct.
The stock market already crashed, but that's the thing. What's the government going to do? They're going to bail out fucking Wall Street again.
A lot of that stimulus money, several, how many trillions of dollars went into, it was like $3-4 trillion, that stimulus package, and a lot of that not only goes to us, but it also goes to keeping businesses afloat. He's talking about floating
$2 trillion.
$2 trillion
into the stimulus package.
I mean, I don't know if you were there for that particular press conference, but he was actually floating the fucking idea of allowing corporations to write off meals when they go out to eat as part of their taxes. Not your average person that goes out for a business meal, but corporations, because they feel that that's what's going to keep the restaurants afloat in times like this, is that corporations would be allowed to write off meals as part of their taxes. Right? It's a little fucking frivolous, don't you think?
I enjoy how dumb his followers are to believe that everything he's doing is with the best interest of the country at heart. I just love it.
It's not just his followers, though. That's the problem. It's not just his followers that put us in this position.
I know.
it's a mixture of spineless people on one side and blind faith and stupidity on the other side.
True.
Yeah.
And
That's
greed.
exactly what it is.
And here's the problem: is that a lot of people understand
With a
that
little sprinkle of racism.
a lot of people understand that technically the people have the power, yet very few people actually wield that power. They choose to just say, you know what? My opinion isn't going to help anything. It's not going to make a difference. You know, me going out and voting is not going to make a difference. Me attending, you know, one event or the other, one protest or the other. You know what? It's not the people that are attending protests that are really speaking up right now. It's the ones attending the rallies. And yes, I did use air quotes when I said rallies.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are speaking up the loudest right now. And honestly, do you really want those people to be the voice of this nation?
No.
No.
I'm good. I'm all set with that.
So,
I
yeah.
think they want to take us back to the 50s. Like, I'm good. I'm good, bro.
I'm not good with a vast majority of what's going on in this country right now, from the blatant ignorance to the downplaying of the need for education in this country, to the fact that most people don't have access to health care at all.
Yeah.
My wife had an appendectomy a year and a half ago. Do you know we didn't have insurance, and you know how much we're footing the bill for now? Just shy of $40,000.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Damn.
And we tried to, get, charitable care or try to get some kind of insurance up and going. And after fighting with them and trying to get this stuff set up for months on end, we are now just footing the bill. It's in collections and just hovering over our heads. Yeah, it's bullshit. But what else am I supposed to do?
There's nothing you really can do.
All right, well,
It's just crazy.
we were also going to talk about other things.
Yeah,
right?
let's talk about how to make your own fucking hand sanitizer at home.
Go for it.
All right, so
Did you come up with any recipes?
it's pretty simple. There's a natural hand sanitizer here,
Okay.
which is like a tablespoon of rubbing alcohol, half a teaspoon of vegetable glycerin, optional, a quarter cup of aloe vera, and you can add your own essential oils for scent.
Essential oil.
Essential oils, yeah.
Or oils
cinnamon
that have
and tea
been
tree.
laid off.
Like cinnamon and tea tree oils, and distilled
Those
water
sound good.
with. I have colloidal silver at home. I don't know if you guys do. My mother used to use it on us all the time when we were kids for cuts and scrapes and shit. And when my brother was in middle school, he got shingles all on his neck and his back and his shoulders and across his chest, and it was just everywhere. And that shit was really fucking bad. And my mother would put colloidal silver on him, on all the fucking rash and everything, every day, and wrap it up, and fucking there was no scarring or anything. So that shit does help. Not like the televangelists say it'll help, but it helps with wounds.
The wind of God.
Oh my god, I can't stand them.
They're fun to watch though.
Just listen. I can see the vein just kind of start pulsating on the side of your head every time you talk about them. You look like you're gonna flip out.
That shit drives me fucking insane.
I laughed for about 2 hours to almost tears when I saw that though.
But yeah, so basically just the main ingredients you need is rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, aloe vera, and an essential oil like tea tree, lavender, or cinnamon.
So, I want to read this real quick to you.
The oils are, optional.
So, I was actually reading a few articles while you were out having a smoke during our break, and
Okay.
from what I've been reading from several different sources, most of them very reputable, that vodka and vodka-based or liquor-based hand sanitizers are actually not recommended because most vodkas are not strong enough to use to kill bacteria. So basically, these people that are showing off like, vodka or Tito's hand sanitizer, it's not good.
They don't kill your liver quite
Just
good.
making themselves look stupid.
Yeah, they're
Tito's
basically
vodka hand sanitizer.
they're basically. I mean, if you want to actually get liquor that might kill bacteria, you've got to go for some seriously high proofage. Like, you want something that's at least 60% alcohol.
Yeah.
Tito's handmade vodka is only 40% alcohol. So what you want to do is you need to get the more expensive alcohols, something that has at least. So what's if you're gonna get something that's 60% alcohol, you need like a 120 proof alcohol.
Let me see.
If I'm not mistaken. I believe 150 proof is about 75% alcohol. The higher I think it's like half of whatever the proof is. If I'm not mistaken. We're looking that up. Everybody's Googling it right now.
To the Google.
To the Google. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm getting this information. So they're saying that if you're going to make hand sanitizer with actual liquor, you want to...
So it's 120 proof to get 60%.
Right. So you need to get something that's 120 proof or above.
Yeah.
And they say you should stay away from flavored alcohol.
Obviously.
Yeah, you want something that's just straight alcohol, nothing with flavoring in it. So don't go thinking you're gonna go buy a big old thing of like Smirnoff's grape vodka, and it's gonna do you any favors.
For the fragrance.
No, if you try to drink this stuff, it's gonna be like fucking. I don't even know. It's gonna be like battery acid.
You're gonna wake up with mid-Georgia frat boys friggin' licking your arm. That's about it.
I'm like gagging just thinking about it. Oh God.
I don't like
About the
flavored...
Georgia frat boys?
No.
Oh.
Well, that would make me gag.
All
too.
of it.
I don't like flavored alcohol. Like, I don't mind mixing drinks, but I don't like when they put weird flavors in your alcohol. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I kind of like what is it? Peach vodka? Peach vodka.
I love Jack Daniel's honey.
The New Amsterdam.
Okay.
New Amsterdam is good. But I like Jack Daniel's honey.
I wonder if this is just me.
Alcohol.
But
same coconut
honestly,
vodka.
My go-to drink is Di Serono and Coke.
So I'm wondering if this is just me. But when it comes to peach-flavored things, like, honestly, most peach-flavored things to me taste like cat piss. It tastes horrible.
I can say I've never drank cat piss. So
well, I've never drank cat piss, but you can associate a taste with a smell. You know what I mean?
I see.
Like the Dum Dum lollipops that are peach flavored, they smell. They taste like cat piss. I think they taste horrible.
I think my dog's broken.
Your dog's broken? He looks a little broken from what I'm seeing. Nico's pup Owen is kind of hanging upside down in front of the camera right now. Well, yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to make hand sanitizer, but they're saying whatever you use rubbing alcohol, or if you're going to go out and raid the liquor stores for your hand sanitizer materials, make sure you're going 120 proof or above. 120 poof. That was good.
Poof.
Well, I trip on my tongue like at least once or twice every podcast. That time, at least it was a little bit more, I I was going to say legible, but that's if you're writing. It was understandable. You can understand what I was saying.
Totally.
Anybody run across any other news articles this week that sounded interesting? Anything that's...
I've been
so like stuck on Sims and shit.
Oh, speaking of Sims.
Yeah.
Speaking
of Sims.
I downloaded some of your stuff. I downloaded some of the stuff that you had for Sims 4, but I also started creating you guys on my Sims. So I create,
nice. So you've got shit in like the gallery?
I haven't put it in the gallery yet. I've got Omar and his older son, but I'll be honest with you, I forgot your youngin's name.
Winter.
I know Winter.
Oh, Omar's youngest.
The young man that came over our house.
Yeah, Sammy.
Sam, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Sam.
Why did I forget that? And your
Just
other son's
15 the other day.
Your other son's named after you, right?
My oldest.
Yes, okay.
I didn't name. By the way, I didn't name any of these kids. Their moms.
You did. Okay, you didn't name anyone. It was all. It's okay. It's their mom's fault. I get it.
Yeah, I wouldn't name a kid my own name.
And
not because I don't like my name, but I just like to be original.
And you've got Winter, and who's the other kid?
He's not mine.
He's not yours. He's his, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm putting him in there, too, so... No? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. We don't want to discuss that here.
Yeah.
We do not.
I recognize what those hand signals means. Dude, shut the mouth. Quiet mouth. What you doing?
And then over here we got Liam, which is the one that always says hi to you guys.
You got a whole house full there.
That boy is something else. And then Gio is her oldest. You never see him on camera because he's not that outgoing. But the little one is, yeah. Everything he seems like he is, he really is.
Hey, outgoing is never a bad thing unless, well, I guess there are bad situations. I never thought of that either. Both of my kids would have just walked away with anybody. I'm lucky they never did, Oh, you got candy? Sure, give me.
That would have.
By about 10 years old, they had their self-preservation instincts kicked in. But before 10, forget about it. Both of them were very, very curious, very happy people, and they constantly wanted to talk to everybody.
Yeah, that's what Winter does. She wants to be super social and be everybody's friend.
It's like, no, honey, no.
She has a million things to say about everything.
It's like, you want your kids to be friendly, but you don't want them to be, hey, you just walked away with the creepy guy friendly, Hey, look, there's a white van, let's jump in there because somebody said puppies. You don't want to be that kid. But, I may have done my kids a disservice by teaching them that not everybody wants to, hey, do the stranger danger thing, and everybody that's a stranger, don't go anywhere near them. But not all strangers are fucking bad. You just gotta learn to use your instincts to tell who's bad and who's good. Who are you trying to scare over there?
Huh?
Is that you making faces at your dog?
Yes.
Don't let me run away with the car.
You don't know, but she does make faces at that doggy all the time. That's their thing.
Miss B, don't let me run away with the conversation. This is your podcast. I'm just shooting the shit here at this point.
I started talking about Sims, and we were like, oh yeah, we've got these whole families and everything, and I'm like, I forgot. I've got I got almost every expansion pack, and I'm starting to get into modding and custom content and shit. And now I'm tripping over myself. I downloaded a mod so my sim can be a tattoo artist, but I guess I can't follow my sim to work.
No.
Which is super lame. I'm gonna see if I can find a mod to follow her to work, but yeah.
There were ways that you could actually own your own business. So I'm wondering if you could set it up so they could purchase their own business, and thus when you send them to go to work, they're working at a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Like, I believe you can own your own, like, I don't know if it's a salon or photo studio or something.
Oh, I've got all that equipment. Like, I bought every expansion pack. I know all the cheats and everything now. And, like, I've only been playing this shit for a couple of months.
I've been playing The Sims for so long, and I just figured out how to set up my Sims so that I don't have to just fucking start from square one with a house that I just put on the property. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I used to just, like, take my Sims and build the house from the ground up. Right? And I finally figured out how to add the house to the lot after I've created my Sims.
And then just go into build mode and fucking do your own edits without spending all your money.
Right. So I just figured that out. But it's like, now I'm looking at my guys and I'm like, do I want to start all over here? Or do I want to continue doing what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's why you join Facebook groups for Sims.
So that I actually... I've been playing The Sims since the first incarnation of The Sims came out. How did I not know how to do this already?
Hey, man. Like, there's little things that everyone's still learning about The Sims.
Did you play... Did you play The Sims 3?
No, I didn't.
Lucky fucking you.
I didn't really play any of The Sims until, like, this one. Until 4.
So, The Sims 3... They had the same kind of things that you have right now. You had your expansion packs, and then they had their stuff bundles, right? But then The Sims 3 decided to microtransaction the fucking hell out of this game. And so they opened up a website where you could buy individual items or individual articles of clothing.
Oh my god. I would lose my fucking mind. That's not even worth it at that point.
I'll be honest with you, because my wife and my kids at the time loved The Sims so much, between The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, I probably spent well over a couple $1,000, maybe at least $2,000-$3,000 on this game. EA Sports has got a lot of my damn money.
Okay, so, like, I have Sims downloaded on my Surface Pro, and I, like... connected my Origin account to my Surface Pro. Or I connected my Origin account from my Surface Pro to my PlayStation, and I guess it doesn't transfer over the expansion packs that you bought.
Right. Oh yeah.
Even though it's the same account.
Nope.
So they want to pay. They want you to fucking pay double for the same shit.
You got to buy the game again. Yeah.
What?
You got to buy the game again. You got to buy the expansion packs, everything. I actually
that's some bullshit, man.
I got the game when it was free.
It's the same account. It's all digital. I don't understand why they can't transfer it over the platforms.
Because EA wants their money. They don't care.
Well, they suck.
I agree.
I mean, they don't suck, obviously, because everybody loves The Sims, but they suck.
I mean, if you spent that armload of cash to buy everything from your PC, and then they look at you and say, by the way, if you want this for PS4, got to pay for it all again.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. The fuck?
Nope, I'm good.
That's what they do.
Besides, you can't even download mods and custom content on PS4 or Xbox.
I don't like the
only for Nintendo.
It pisses me off that you can't for the Xbox, because Microsoft is Microsoft. It's Microsoft Xbox. Yeah. It should be something you can mod. But no. Ah, well. I think we're winding down
here. I think that's about it today.
I think it's just like she said, like you said, I'm sorry, the money. It's all about the money.
It's always about the money.
Well, that's the thing, is that it becomes an issue of we are the consumers, and whether it's our president or the EA company, it's about how you can get the most money out of somebody without them complaining. That's what the business is. You ever see that
South Park episode with the cable company?
I haven't watched a lot of South Park lately, I'll be honest.
Omar knows what I'm talking about. Wow, that's too bad. You want to do it this way? Well, you have to buy all this shit.
That's reality, though. I mean, you want it.
So basically,
you want that South Park.
You want
Go ahead.
If you want number 7, you gotta buy all the numbers from 1 to 10.
You want to live that South Park episode? Go ahead and call, Xfinity. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
Our cell phone companies, our cable companies, they're all notorious for making sure that they upsell you, but when you want to downplay it a little bit, or you want to try to, hey, look, I don't want all this, they're like, oh, okay, well, it's going to cost you twice as much to have only one thing. But if you have all three, it'll cost you the same. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Explain that to me. If I want to downgrade my service, it's going to cost me twice as much, but to stay at the exact same price that I don't want to pay anymore,
I can imagine somebody telling, "But you," I can imagine somebody saying, "But you fucking me over," in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, I got a landline. I don't need it. I've never used my landline ever. I don't even know the number.
I have one too.
I miss having a landline, to be honest. When I was a kid, living on like Prospect Hill in Lawrence. Oh, there goes my phone. The phone's dying, guys. Anyway, when I was a kid, fucking like we had this landline in this cute little cottage that we were living in, and it had like the wire and everything.
We had
to the wall,
the 6-foot wire. If you were unlucky, you had the. Go ahead.
I would always spend like fucking 4 or 5 hours on the phone with my best friend, fucking like sitting in a lobster pot.
I got one story to tell before we get this cut off for the day about landline phones, that I got fucked when I was younger, because we didn't always have what would be unlimited long distance as part of your plan. So like to call from Massachusetts to New Hampshire used to cost a bit of money. If you're calling out of state at all, back when I was younger, it cost you a bit, whether it was like 10 cents a minute or whatever, 5 cents a minute. So I had a friend of mine that went away to college before I left high school. She went to Wichita State College. By the way, Wichita State, not a good place for a witch to go. She learned that one. She's a witch, and she's also sort of she's a goth girl, big time. But
yeah.
So she calls me one day from Wichita State University, and we hadn't talked in a while. It had been maybe like 3 or 4 months because she was busy with school. We talked for 24 hours straight. Yeah. We talked for 24 hours straight. And then my mother got the bill the following month, and she freaked out. And that's the story of how I got my first job.
I can imagine.
Wow.
I had to work at Baldpate Hospital in Georgetown to pay that off.
I was locked up there.
I'm sorry. That is not a good place to be locked up.
Actually, it was great.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I was allowed to go out for like cigarettes.
Were you in the locked facility or were you in the lower facility, upper or lower?
I was in the locked facility.
Okay. That's not bad. The lower facility, the one where all the loonies roam around?
Yeah.
Man,
I told them I wanted to be, like, secluded.
I will tell you the story of Angelo another day, because I feel like we've kind of wound down a little bit.
Yeah.
The story of who?
Angelo.
From work?
No. This is not Angelo from work. This is Angelo from Baldpate Hospital. Very different person.
Okay.
I'm hoping not even related.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Thank you guys for listening and hanging out and fucking enduring this bullshit again.
Isolate, don't irritate.
For sticking around through sponsors and music. Shout out again to Anis the Rapper.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Want to hear more of his stuff.
We'll leave his information. Doubt. You said Instagram and...
I saw him on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay, Instagram and TikTok. Okay. And if he's got a single out, possibly on iTunes.
Yep, go check it out.
Listen to it.
It's got the link on Spotify, I think.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, send him to iTunes all day long. If he's got a single out and it's on iTunes, send him out there, because then they can pay for it instead of listening to it for free on Spotify and not paying him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're an
True
artist, you
that.
want to get paid for your craft, you know?
Fuck yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know anything about the kid.
You know enough that he did a rap for you. So
Yeah.
He's pretty
All right.
he's pretty
Well,
good. He's talented. Definitely.
He is. Anyway, okay. Good night, guys. Thanks for listening. Take care. Au revoir.
good night. Yeah. Bye.
Auf
Goodbye.
Wiedersehen.
That's Wiedersehen. There's other ways to salute. Salute.
Adios.